Hello everyone, how are you today? So my name is Dewa Gede Saka Pratama. In this occasion, I would like to do a peer feedback, or I will reviewing my partner proposal draft. So she is Putu Sukma Dewi. And now, without further ado, let me continue to review, to give my comment or suggestion toward her proposal draft. So for the first is about the title of her research. So here she is stated about the title is an analysis of the teacher interpersonal communication in influencing students' motivation in online learning. So here I have a little suggestion for her to maybe replace the preposition in to become during, because we still don't know when will the online learning be or ending, like that. And then it's still going on right now, maybe further. Even the COVID is not that dangerous, but online learning, we believe that online learning will be still going on, like it is it is like what is called blended learning. Yes, blended learning. So yeah, that's all about the research title. So now let's move to the research background. Sorry. So here, after I read the research background, I found nothing wrong here. So the flow of the background that Sukma has stated here is already fine, but I found some little mistake here in the writing process of the citation. So here Sukma maybe she forgot or something, I don't know, but here I would like to tell you once again about how to make or how to write the author's name. Sorry, the author name of your citation if there is more than one person or more than one author. So if the author is in the bracket or something like this is the correct one, because in the bracket, when you stated the name of the author in the bracket, you can or you are allowed to make the conjunction and as a symbol, right? Like this one, as a symbol. But if you want to put the name of the author outside the bracket, you have to state it like this one. I have the suggestion for you. So Johan, the conjunction and with the word, not the symbol like this one. So Johan and Harlan. Sorry. Johan and Harlan 2014, something like that. So, but the other, I really love, after I read your background of the study, I really love the flow of the explanation or the sentence that, not the sentence, the paragraph of your background here, because it flows, it's explain everything that you want to study, that you want to conduct a study, something like that. But I also highlight a little suggestion here. I also have a little suggestion for you here, because in the last paragraph of your background study sorry, in the last paragraph of your background study, I found something like something is missing in your last paragraph here. And then after I read it again, oh, I found it. What is missing here? So please, I will suggest you, please elaborate more by using recent studies as a reference. So before you conclude that your title of research will become an analysis of the teacher interpersonal communication in influencing students' motivation during, I'll forget here, during online learning, you have to use some recent studies that related to your topic, such maybe around 2 or 3 studies is enough, because it is only the background. Not, yeah, we are not focusing on it yet, so on your topic yet. So yeah, that's my, all right, here, yeah, maybe you put a comma here. And then yeah, that's my suggestion that's all about my suggestion for your background of your studies. So now let's we move to the research question. Sorry. Let's we move to the research question here. After I read it, I found nothing wrong in your research question, because your research questions is already clear, is already in line or related to what do you want to study, what do you want to find in your research. Yes, it's already fine, it's already clear. And in the problem identification, here I found a little error in the grammar. So because your study is singular, so it is need the what is called to be is, not to be are. So now let's remove. So there is nothing wrong that I found here, because it is already very clear that you have stated your problem theoretically, and both theoretically and also the fact that happened in the real situations, something like that. And then move to the research objective here. It is also really fine, really good. It is already related, it is already in line with your research questions, because there is 2 research questions here, so you need 2 research objective also. So the first is to know or to find out the pattern of the impersonal communication, and the second is about to know or to find out the impact, or you can state it also to investigate, to find out it is okay. And then now we move to the research significance here. So here, after I read it, I can conclude that your significance is only considering teacher and also students as your reader of your proposal. But I have suggestion here, because who knows, maybe in the future you will make this proposal as an article, and then you will publish it online, maybe in some journal that can access by many people around the world. So you have to make it consider that wider readers will be also better to be considered. So you can make it like the readers, for the readers, specific for the readers, and also specific for teacher, and then for the last is specific for the students here. All right, so that's all about my suggestions for the research significance. Now we move to the research scope of your proposal. Here it is already very good, but I have a little suggestion for you here. Maybe you can consider it to revise, not to revise it, to add some more information here in your final product. So yeah, because it is need a lot of time to revise it because it is such a big revision if we about to make it perfect. But you can make, or you can consider my suggestions at the last final proposal that you want when you are ready to submit it. So here I have suggestion for you that make it complete by stating the grade of level of the students here, because you only state that your subject is at, or your focus is only to the junior high school level. But what level? Maybe you have to you have to state the grade of the students, maybe whether it is 7, 8 or 9 grade of junior high school. So, and then here we move to the assumption and limitation here. So your limitations is only junior high school students who have been doing online learning during the pandemic. It is kind of limitation, but also you have to state it what grade, what grade, and maybe from what school or something like that. And then the assumption here is students are less motivated by the way teacher communicate during online learning. So this is your assumption. Okay, this is very fine that we know in the fact of this online learning, students are being less motivated, their motivation is decreased, because maybe I can say it because I can say it like directly because it is crucial, but we know that students are being less motivated by this online learning. It is a lot of students are experiencing this kind of situations. And then about the concept here, so I believe that this part is already different chapter. So it is the chapter 2, which is literature review. So here, after I read it, the concept here, you stated that there is three big concepts of your theoretical review here. So the first is about interpersonal communications, motivations, and online learning. So here, because now we're still in the level of draft, not the final one, it is okay to only use like 2 or 3 related recent study, but in the final product, from what I know, we have to use at least 7 related study. So we can consider it later on, because I personally also not yet using 7 articles for this one, but maybe in the final product we can revise it together. And then here, there is nothing wrong here. You have stated it very clear after I read it. And here I found something that made me a little confused, but after I read it, it is clear for me now, because the theoretical review, you have separate this one, because I believe that this 3 concept here is already called theoretical review, but you have stated it in different sections. But after I read it, I have understood that here is the theory that you needed to answer your question here. So I believe that it is a theory that you need to find, or you need to state it after you conducting your research, something like that, I believe. But it is already good, but you can move this theoretical review to the sections, because it is already, the 3 concept here is already theoretical review. So Alright, so I do apologize, Sukma, because I ran off the time. So yeah, now we move to the next review. So sorry. So I do apologize because it takes too long for you because I talk a lot. So yeah, now I will make it more brief. So now we move to the empirical reviews here. So now for this section or this empirical review, I have suggest you to please add more recent studies to support your research topic, at least 7 related articles. So because here I found that you only use two two recent study here. So I suggest you to make it like at least two, because it is the requirement to make the empirical review for our proposal. But now, because now it is like still in draft, but after you will be uploading the final one, you can make it as detailed as possible. So make it at least 7 articles. So it is not only for you, but only for me and for us. And then about the research novelty here, so I suggest you that you don't actually need to state about what is your research novelty like this. So make it flow, like make it paragraph. So because most of the proposal is the novelty is stated in the last paragraph or of the empirical review, like that. And then here about here, this one is students motivation, because the motivation is possessed by the students, so it needs to you have to write the apostrophe after the s of students. And then here back to the research novelty, I already understand, because most of your these two article is mostly focusing on the high school and university. So your novelty is focusing in junior high school level. So it is very good. So it is new in your topic or in your research area. So now we move to the research methodology, which I believe that this one is already chapter 3. Yes, research methodology, chapter 3. So for the research design, I found nothing wrong here, because it is already stated very clear. And for the subject, I have a little suggestion for you to add some little reason why the researcher, or why you will use teacher and students in junior high school. Maybe you can state it like the reason for choosing teacher and students in junior high school, because they are considered as blah 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 in experiencing in online learning, for example, in study in pandemic situation, something like that. Yeah, you can make it later on. And then about the data collection method, it is already very good, because you have stated the instrument here very clear. You use two kind of instrument. The first is observation and survey, and then the next is about instrument validations is already good, and instrument trial out, nothing wrong. I found nothing wrong. And then the data analysis method here, it is very clear, already very clear, and I really love it, because you state the process of data analysis in a good order. The first is data reductions, the presentation of data, draw conclusions, is very clear. And this one about the research timeline, I honestly, the first time I read it, I felt like kind of surprised, because when I look at the months or the time that you will conduct this research, you will conduct it for about 12 months. So which is it is 1 year. But I have little suggestion here. Maybe 6 until 8 months is enough for us, because 1 year is too long to do the proposal, and later on it will be continue to thesis. But it is, I believe that it is too long. Maybe you can make it short, like only 8 months. It is enough for us. So here about my final suggestion here is, please make your proposal to become in an order later on when you are ready to submit it, such as chapter 1 until 3, because you need to separate the part of this proposal. So about the references is already very good. So I think that's all from my review toward Sukma's proposal. So if you contact me, of course, if you find any difficulties in understanding about my suggestion, my comment, you can contact me. I will reply in pleasure, of course. And then, alright, that's all about my review. Goodbye.